Breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. In my younger days, this meant rolling out of bed around noon, grabbing a couple of slices of the previous night's pizza, and cracking open the day's first beer. Breakfast of champions, we called it. But for some reason, after a certain age, you're not allowed to have beer for breakfast anymore. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Beer for breakfast? Beer contains alcohol. Who would want to start their day with that? But consider this. People think nothing of having a mimosa or a Bloody Mary with breakfast. These are perfectly acceptable beverages to start the day, or to take the edge off the night before. Those drinks are fine, but for me, nothing pairs with a good fast breaking better than a delicious craft beer. If you've never considered how well a beer can bring out the best in your breakfast, you're in the right place. First, let's start out with a monster, Founder's Kentucky Breakfast Stout. This is their regular breakfast stout, bourbon barrel aged and chock full of chocolate and coffee flavors and aromas. The result is an 11.2% behemoth that pairs perfectly with a good old-fashioned country breakfast. Thanks. Scrambled eggs, country ham, sausage gravy, and a biscuit. The gravy really pulls out the coffee notes in the beer. The salt in the ham makes love to the chocolate, and the bourbon flavor just washes over the whole thing. Brilliant. Next up, we have Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, the quintessential pale ale. Thanks. With this, we have a nice breakfast burrito with chorizo sausage and a side of fruit. The grapefruity citrus flavors pair well with the spiciness of the sausage, and the hops offset the cheese nicely. And finally, we have Noda Brewing's Triumphant. This is an excellent Belgian triple with notes of toffee, spices, and a banana finish that goes perfect with, say, a Bananas Foster French toast. Oh my, this is a good thing, if a bit frightening, and a tad dangerous. But anyway, the banana esters in the beer complement the bananas on the plate absolutely perfectly. And the spice notes created by the Belgian yeast and the syrup really get on quite well. This might be the best food-beer pairing I've ever had. So there you have it. Still not convinced that beer works for breakfast? Then there's always breakfast for dinner. And everyone loves beer for dinner, right? Cheers.